Do you have any sick clips you want to edit? Let me show you how to do it. What is going on, guys? My name is Kyle and welcome back to the Game Department. Today, we're going to go through how to edit your gaming videos with Premiere Pro. Now, I know it might seem daunting. I'm going to show you the absolute basics of how to import your footage, cut your footage up, make it look a little bit nicer, and how to export it as a single file. That's it. Super basic and simple, but hopefully it's enough to get your sick clips out and ready to rock and roll. So the first thing you'll see when you open up Premiere Pro is this dashboard. It's very, very simple. It's gonna have all of your recent stuff down the bottom here, new project, open project, and some other stuff that we're not even gonna worry about right now. The first thing you wanna do is click new project. We're gonna name this sick clips. Seems pretty straightforward. And then you're gonna click OK. I mean, so far, you're doing it. Good job. So when you first load into a new project, this is what you're going to see. This is going to be your dashboard. You have your timeline down the bottom. You have your project bins on the left. You have your sequence up the top. And then you have different essential graphics on the right hand side. If yours looks a little bit different to mine, that's not to worry. It's because I've made mine look like this. You can do the same thing by clicking on the window tab, and anything that you want to bring up into your current tab, you click the little tick next to it and that'll bring it in. So say if we want to do history, we'll click history and now we have a history tab. So we can go back to libraries, go back to the mixer. The history's there. If you don't want it anymore, you click close panel. That's literally it. It's very simple. It's very easy. You got it. Now let's import some footage. Now everybody does this differently. I have my way that I like to do it, especially if I'm batch recording or making a bunch of different videos. It's nice to be able to keep everything organized. I mean, there's times that we've used two cameras at the same video, and it's just to keep it organized. It's a lot easier to do. Might not be as necessary with doing little clips and montage videos, but it is a good habit to get into. So what I like to do straight away is I like to click here on the left-hand side, click new bin. So what that'll do is make a little bin you can put different things into. So we're just going to call this clips. So now what I can do is I can bring in this folder that has all the clips in it from earlier. I can highlight them all and I can drag them straight into that clips bin. Now we can get rid of this folder, and in that clips bin, that's where all our clips are gonna be stored. So you don't have stuff everywhere. It's nice and easy to keep things together. You know where everything is and you're not gonna get lost, which is great if you're new to the software. So that's my first tip. Now what we wanna do is find a clip that we wanna use. So if you double click them here, it'll bring up in the program. You can have a quick little preview and scrub through them. These are just clips of me playing some Rainbow Six a little bit earlier on, but they're gonna be fine for this example. So once you found a clip that you wanna use, all you need to do is drag the clip down here into your timeline and drop it. So now that your clip's in your timeline, you can scrub through, see what you want to cut, see what it looks like. You can zoom in and out to make things a little bit easier just by dragging this little bar down the bottom here. And it's really simple for you to go through your footage and see what you do and don't want to keep. So we're going to zoom out just a little bit here just so we can get a bit of an idea of how long the clip is. So if you look at the top here, it says 5 minutes and 6 seconds. That's exactly how long this timeline sequence is right now. So if you go to the very, very end, you'll see there, it says 5 minutes and 3. That's at the very end of this clip. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the start of the round, just so you don't have to look through all this loading stuff. We pick our operator, pick where we want to go, and I think right here. So right here, it's 35 seconds in. All you need to do is you can clip this razor tool or click the C button for cut and hold the little lines over the top of where you want to cut and click. That's it. You can then go back to your selector tool, which is this one here, or push the V key, highlight the area you want to get rid of, and click delete. Very, very easy so far. Now, all you need to do is get this clip here, drag it back to the start. When you go back to the start of your timeline, it's going to play immediately from the start of the timeline because you've deleted the excess. Now, this is where the fun starts. You get to go through this entire clip, find the cool stuff you did, get rid of the bad stuff you did so nobody makes fun of you like people do with me on stream all the time when we play Rainbow Six. If you haven't checked it out, it's right there. Do it. But just as an example, we're going to go through, find a couple of different kills, cut them, make them look a little bit nicer, and I'll show you how to do that so it makes it simpler for you. So let's scrub through. Let's find our very first kill. Okay, so I found here we've got our first couple of kills. Now, I can see that it's at the 55-second mark is where stuff starts happening. We're going to play through some footage, and you see that we've got our little clip there. So when we go back to 55 seconds, we're going to use the C key, cut the clip, push V to go back to the selector, delete this highlighted clip. You can click the empty space and click delete, or you can drag it. I like to click the empty space and delete it so I know it's exactly where it wants to be. Go back to the start. this is our first kill. Easy peasy. Very, very simple. Now you want to see where you want to cut the end of this clip. So I realistically want to wait till right there when we just pass through the doorway again, because that might be a good transition to a next sort of segment of the clip. Now we're going to click V again, and we're going to go through, we're going to find the next part of the clip that we want to put in. So for intents and purposes, there's a kill here. I'm just going to cut the empty space, click the empty space, delete it, click this little blank piece between the two clips, click delete, and that'll drag it into each other. So now when we play, we're going to go through the doorway at the end of this kill, straight into the next one. That might not be the best cut, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut it a little bit earlier, go through, re-watch it. Doesn't look pretty, but yeah, you get the idea. So we're going to go through, we're going to find one more. So we got one kill here, another kill here. I'm going to cut it right there. We're going to look for another one. Keep scrubbing. There we go, there's one here. So we're just going to cut this here. So now that we have 3 kills cut together, we're going to go straight through and watch the whole sequence. So it's nothing pretty. It doesn't look fantastic. There's no transitions in between the clips. There's no music. There's nothing to make it enjoyable to watch. But at the moment, you get the idea of how to edit the clips. Now, if you want to add things like music and you're worried about royalties and things like that, the best advice I can give you, go to your YouTube channel, click your logo and click YouTube Studio. Now you're going to come to this page. If you scroll all the way down to Audio Library, all of these tracks are all royalty free. You can download them, you can use them in any kind of videos you want. So you can go up the top here and click genre and pick the different genres that you want to use. So say if you want to use a rock track, something a little bit more upbeat. You have all of these. You have all of these different tracks that you can use, cycle through them, check them out, and download the ones that you want to use. Very, very simple, and it's free. So why aren't you doing it? So let's say this track that we clicked, 1968, we're going to download this one, and we're going to put this into our sequence, and I'll show you how to add that. Makes it very simple. Okay, so now that we've got the track downloaded, what I'm going to do is go back into Premiere. I'm going to right click here and new bin, and then I'm just going to type in music. So now when we collapse the clips folder, we have music, we have clips. I'm going to drag this track that we've just downloaded into the music tab, and now we have music in its own bin and clips in its own bin. So it keeps everything nice and tight and organized, like I said before. Just makes it really easy to see what you're doing, and it's just nice to be organized. So now when you're adding a music track, all you need to do is click the track, exactly the same deal, and you want to drag it down here. So the audio tracks are going to be green, the video tracks are going to be blue, and you're going to see here there's got different channels. So V1, V2, and V3 all mean videos. A1, A2, A3 are all audio. So you can see here, even when you've got a video that has audio embedded into it, the video goes above this main line and the audio goes below. So let's say we don't want the music as loud as what's currently playing. If you right click and you go audio gain, let's drop that -5 decibels. So it just brings the audio down a little bit. Still pretty loud. So we're going to do it again. Audio gain, let's say -10. So that puts it an overall of -15 decibels. Now when we go back, we start to play it. So you can hear the song in the background. You can also hear the audio of the game, but they're not quite in an even mix. So what I might even do is I might right click the actual video itself, click audio gain, and we're just going to boost that by 5 decibels, because why can't you? Why not? So as you can see here, this is the only track that's been selected. So now this one hasn't been boosted by the 5 decibels, only this one. And you can see that by the little yellow FX tab. So now you want to right click this one, audio gain, 5 decibels. This one, audio gain, 5 decibels. You can select them all at the same time if you want to do them all together, or you can click copy. And then when you go to your next tab, you can click paste attributes. Obviously I didn't copy anything so you can't see it, but paste attributes, and that will change anything that has on that clip. So now we're going to go through, we're going to try it again. there you go. Nothing crazy. It's not going to blow your mind, but a little bit of practice, a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, and you can get it to look really good. I'm not going to do that because my gameplay isn't great, so I'll leave the gameplay to you guys, but that's basically how you can edit your own videos on Premiere. Now, let's say you've got the whole sequence edited, you've done all your music, you've done everything else that you want to do, and you want to export it. So all you need to do is go up to the top here, click File, you want to click Export, and click Media. Or you can use the shortcut Control M, depending on how you want to do it. Now the export settings tab looks exactly like this. It can be a little confronting if you don't know what you're looking at, but I'm going to show you really basically what it is you're actually looking at. So the first thing that I always want to check, because I've done this more times than I care to think about, is this source range. So sometimes it's work area, sometimes it's custom. If you click sequence in to out, so what that does is that's the very, very first frame all the way to the last frame, and that'll export the timeline from start to finish. Now, at the very, very top here, you've got format. This should say H.264. If it doesn't say that, click it, select it. Now, if you're doing these sort of montage videos for your YouTube channel, the best advice I can give is click on the preset here, scroll all the way down, and just click YouTube 1080p Full HD. It's gonna have all the settings you need, all the video, all the audio, everything's ready to go. You can click maximum render quality if you so choose to, and then click export. If you want to change the name, you've got this little blue line here. Click that, name your file, pick where you want to save it, and it's done. Very, very simple, very, very easy. And then you can show off all your wicked kills to all your friends, because I don't have that ability. So I hope you do, because I don't. So now I hope this video has been helpful in one way or another. If it hasn't, please let me know. If it has, also let me know that Ego Boost is pretty sick, so. Now, if you want to see an example of my bad gameplay, we stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Come and check it out. It's a great community of people, and you might even have a little bit of fun. Not a lot. I'm not claiming a little bit, just a little bit. Just a little bit of fun. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe, because I asked nicely. So if you guys want to join us on Discord, I'll leave the link to our server below. We have a great bunch of people, talk about games, talk about memes. We consistently make fun of me unnecessarily. So if that's your vibe, come and join it. If you want to find us on any other social media, search the Game Department, exactly the same as YouTube and Twitch, and you'll find us. Probably just join us on Instagram. But you do you. Other than that, I'll leave you to it. I hope you had a good morning. I hope you have a good night.